Now let us come to the diet kitchen related module. When we implemented the IPD module, so obviously the diet kitchen also becomes necessary module here. So the under diet kitchen, the process can be used in a simplistic terms instead of trying to complicate things because it is not a clinical module. So in a practical or more pragmatic manner, this module can be implemented. So this process can be as simple as this. The workflow will be the patient request for the diet can come either by patient wise individually or a group wise request also can be raised by the nurse. And once the request for the diet comes, then all that information will be compiled. So the diet compilation will happen here, and after that it will be assigned to the cooks, and then once the diet has been prepared, it will be dispatched for the distribution to the patient, and after that, whether patient has received it or not, that acknowledgement will happen here. So this is a simple process that will happen. So the first process is the nurse in the ward in charges will raise the request on behalf of the patients. So patients whoever require the diet, so that can be either compiled directly from the ward related admitted patients list, or individually also patient can be searched and their request can be processed here. So let us see if the first step how the request will rise. So here we have to filter the by department, ward, and their admission status. And after that, it will show all the patients who are in admitted status. So they all will appear here, and we can directly indicate what is the diet they prefer, whether it is a non-vegetarian food or vegetarian food, vegetarian. So all those options will be available here. So the patient wise, all the information can be updated by the nurse, and then after that, the nurse can save here. So here, based on the department and ward that they have selected, all the patient list will be already available. So they don't have to search individually by entering the CR number or UMID number. And after selecting all the cases, then they entering the diet related information, they will save the case. So the bulk order will get placed there. So individually, if they want to do it, then the nurse has to click on the single patient diet request here. So with that, then they have to enter all this information for entering the CR number, and after that the patient will be selected, and the information related to their diet choice can be entered here. And after saving this, the individual request will come. So once the requests have been placed, the diet related information needs to be compiled here. This is normally done by the kitchen staff. So whoever is responsible for managing the kitchen there, so they will get the access to this option. So they will go to option of diet compilation, and they will select the whichever requests that have been placed, they all will appear here, and they will select them, and they will click on the save button to compile. So when they select the particular ward, you can see from general surgery male surgical ward 5. So the meal type that have been received is this, and how many pre-breakfast, how many breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinners. So they all are coming here. If you have a more than one kitchen, then you can also assign the kitchen accordingly. So accordingly, it will appear here. So after that, you have to save this to compile that information. So here the cook will tally that information. Now all the requests that have been received have been compiled. After compilation, the meal time wise the preparation has to be done. So now they will tally how many the meal have to be prepared, whether it is for pre-breakfast or for the breakfast, how many diets have to be prepared. So that option will be filtered here, and then they will assign which trolley will further process this diet for further distribution. So the cook will arrange the diet, and then they will assign to the trolley for further distribution. So this is the dispatch related thing, from which kitchen it is coming and for which meal to which trolley it is going. So all that information they will update. And the bearer name, if we want to assign a particular trolley or a section to a particular bearer, so though their names also will appear here, that mapping we have to do. So a lot of information has to come from the hospital for this mapping. So this information will further lead to the distribution, and the bearer will take that diet to the respective patients, and after distribution, the diet acknowledgement has to be marked here. So this diet acknowledgement normally is done by the nursing staff. The bearer, whatever he has distributed, that will be acknowledged by the nurse. So this acknowledgement has this screen here. So they will choose the bed number, patient, and what details they have received and all that. So they can also check the status of the diet, whether it is pending or dispatched or acknowledged. So that status also they can check here. So diet status option will be there here. So depending on if they want to see how many diet are still pending for distribution, how many are dispatched, and how many are yet to be acknowledged, and all that thing can be checked here. This is an alternative, different process here. So the quality checkup that has to happen, it is a mandatory thing. Periodically, the quality check will happen. So to have the records related to the quality check, so that all will be entered or managed by the health inspectors. So health inspectors will have access to the quality checkup option here. So they will click on it, and after that they will select the meal time, the date on which this check has happened, and the forms that are required to check the quality. Those forms can be selected here. So whatever forms we receive, we will all configure them accordingly. That kind of form can be selected, and then they will indicate the status as accepted or rejected. So if a sample is like rejected, then they will indicate that this sample has not passed through the quality checks, and they will indicate the remarks here. So all this information will be available in a combined format. So in the records, this can be compiled and used for the administrative decisions. So that is all in the diet kitchen. So it's a small process that is there.